Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. This is your average Wasim, and today I'm going to continue talking about my weight journey, weight loss, and what it's been like being overweight. Today I'm going to be talking about the mental aspect of that. So, I'm going to be talking about how it's affected me in my confidence, how I have mood swings, periods of depression, and just go over a little bit of that stuff. So let's go back to when I was in high school, where is when I basically mostly started to feel like I was unhappy with myself. I was probably, always unhappy, but in high school for me is when I really started to, feel it. So let's go back to that time and how it affected me with uh, talking to females or lack of talking to females. So back when I was in high school, I would have a crush on a certain girl, but it never led to anything because one, I'll be like, why even try? Why would this girl like me? That's because I didn't like myself. I was unhappy with myself. So I didn't really have confidence. So that had a huge factor in that. But that's because I was overweight. So that period of my time is very. There was some good that happened back then, but you know, at the end of the day, I wasn't really happy. So, so let's say there was a girl, and I wanted to talk to her, or I liked her, or whatever. Even if I thought for a second there might be a chance, I wouldn't do anything about it. And I would just be like, nah, that's impossible. There's no way. Why would she like me? And so I really wouldn't even talk to anyone. I've actually always been that way. I haven't, I don't have a lot of friends. But the friends I do have mean the world to me. And I would do anything for them. And I'm pretty sure they know that. So, but I'm not the easiest person to become friends with because I trust, but I don't completely always just trust. What I mean by that is I might seem cool. Like, I'm cool with everyone. Don't get me wrong. I will never deny anybody a conversation. If a random stranger starts talking to me, I will talk back. I am not one of those type of people. So, going back to when I was in high school, basically the only people I was friends with were people I played soccer with, or later down the road, played tennis with. And those were basically my friends in high school, my teammates. I had friends from middle school, but for me, middle school was great. I loved middle school. And all my friends from elementary school came to the same middle school with me. But after middle school, everybody kind of like separated. I had one friend that came from middle school to high school with me, and right now he's actually one of my best friends. So it's affected me being overweight, making friends, and talking to females because I'm like, who wants to be friends with me? Why would you want to be friends with me? And I always thought to myself, like, why do I not have confidence? Answer's always been the same. I'm fat, I'm overweight. Um, there's no reason to like me. As I've gotten older, I've realized it isn't everything. Personality has a lot to do with it. But there's always going to be that thing in the back of my head of saying, you're fat, you're overweight. It's always just going to be there. Because I've been that way for so long, it's like imprinted into my head, into my mind, that it's always just going to be in there. So when I talk about being depressed and what that's been like, being depressed, a majority of the part comes from it being overweight. I wake up, so here's how my brain works nowadays, which I know is unhealthy, but it helps me lose weight. It's very, very bad for you, but it helps me lose weight. So I try to take it and push it into a positive light. I weigh myself every morning. I'm not gonna deny that. I weigh myself every morning. And you're always going to see an increase or decrease. It's very rare that you'll wake up and you're the same weight on 2 different days. So, and I always weigh myself in the morning before I eat or drink anything, because that's when you're going to get the most accurate weight measured. So, let's say the last 3 days, right? I woke up on Monday. I believe I was 284 pounds. I was like, all right, I'm in this area. I woke up yesterday, I weighed myself, I was 282. And then I woke up today and I was 280 and a half. So what I'm saying is, you'll always be a different weight every day. But the key is, where are you heading? Or where is your weight trending? So if your weight is trending downward, for those who want to lose weight, you're on the right track. If you have one of those days that you've been trending downward but you go up, that doesn't mean you gained weight. That just means you might have retained more water, which is completely normal. Maybe something you ate which was high in sodium or anything like that. If you wake up and your weight has increased a little bit, honestly, don't even think about it too much. I have that issue. I think about it too much. But I know it doesn't mean everything. So whenever I weigh myself in the morning and I see that I've made progress, I'm like, yes, good. Let's keep this going. Let's keep going. On that, I wake up and let's say I increased a pound or 2 because of water weight. I'm like, damn it, I need to eat less today. And I do. So in my head, I have said I'm going to eat about 2,000 or less than 2,000 calories a day. That's what I've learned from myself. Everybody's different. The more muscle you have, the more you eat. The less muscle you have, the less you eat. And obviously, the more weight you are, the more you can eat and still lose weight. The less you are, you have to eat less. So I hover around 2,000 calories a day. Always. And some people take into account when they do cardio and they're burning calories. And they'll be like, I can eat more because I did cardio. Which you are right, but you still want to. I think it's just smarter to not be like, oh, I burned 500 calories in cardio today. I can eat 500 calories. You can do it, but do I recommend it? No. Just stick with how much you know that you want to eat. Like for me, 2,000. And I have a gym membership at a gym, and the membership I got, they have an in-body machine that measures your weight, body fat percentage, muscle mass, and it tells you which arm is bigger, which leg is bigger, and it just tells you a lot of good information about your body. And it also tells you what your resting BMI is, which is basically resting metabolism, what you need to eat in a certain day to maintain your weight. I'm about 2,250 right now. 3 months ago, when I first did it, it was about 2,050 or 2,075, something like that. It increased because I put on muscle. I'm actually the strongest I've ever been right now in my entire life compared to even when I was more active and less weight. And I was working out basically every day. I'm actually stronger now because I've realized the importance of how good it is to work out or hit each body part twice a week. I used to always hit my body parts once a week. My cycle used to be chest, back, shoulder, legs. Back, chest, shoulder, legs. Yes. That used to be my cycle. So it was a 4-day cycle. And so let's say I would hit each body part about 1.5 times a week. Let's just say it like that. And I would barely have rest days. I remember I went a whole month without taking a rest day. I was fine with it. But now I realize the importance of rest days. So what I'm on right now is push-pull legs. For those who don't know what push-pull legs are, is basically push is benching, shoulder press, anything that you push outward. And then pull is basically your back. Anything with pulling motion, deadlifts, all that is pull. And then legs is legs. I'm not too worried about abs right now because, well, I have a stomach, so it doesn't really matter at this point anyway. But I will, once I'm happier with, where I'm at, I'll start doing abs, I think, every other day. Abs you could do easily. Doesn't take a lot. And that is where I'm at right now. I will be making another video in probably the next couple of days. And I will get more into the depression and, talking to females, how it affected me in high school. I will get more in depth with that, but that will come when I feel more comfortable. And, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to talk and stuff like that, basically. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been another video. I'm your average Osim, and peace.